Hello, folks. So, as a part of our second unit, Introduction to PHP, these are the topics we are going to cover: declaring the variables, data types, arrays, strings, operators, expressions, control structures, functions. So, these are all the basic topics that we cover in every programming language. So, the purpose is same, but syntactically they may differ according to the syntax. And coming to the next topics, reading data from the web forms, controls like text boxes, radio buttons. So in first unit, we have gone through how to install, how to create the forms and how to create radio buttons and everything, how to create a form including all these text boxes, radio buttons, list, etc. So when the client is giving the data into that form, so how to extract them, so reading those content, web content, whatever the clients are giving, so that can be extracted using this PHP. Then handling file uploads. So in so many websites and registration forms, you might be uploading so many documents or images, so that you can that upload button, how to get it, you can see here. And connecting to the database using MySQL, using WAM server, and MySQL will be the reference here for WAM server, and executing simple queries. What are the queries you know in MySQL, like select, delete, everything, so you can execute them. And handling the results and sessions and cookies. Sessions and cookies are also the part of PHP. Sessions is something like we give some particular time limit, and within that time limit we will execute the program. Cookies are to just store the temporary data. So these are the topics. So coming to the introduction to those PHP, it is just a small open source project that was found useful, and it was developed by Rasmus Lodorf. Rasmus Lodorf is the author who developed this PHP first version, which is in 1994. The acronym for PHP is a hypertext preprocessor, and there's also other acronym for PHP, which is a personal homepage. And this PHP is a server-side scripting language, which is a server-side scripting language. This is embedded in the HTML. So the presentation part is done with the HTML, with the help of HTML. So this PHP can be written anywhere in the within the program. So when you're writing the such PHP program, so the business logic can be written using this PHP, whereas this presentation logic of that web page can be done using this HTML. So in that way, your PHP and HTML are both embedded. It is used to manage dynamic content. What do you mean by dynamic content? So when the best example for this is form again. When a form is created using HTML, we are the clients are requesting for the form, and they are giving their inputs. So you can access every client's input. You can get them and manage them. You can store them into the databases. So that's how you can manage the dynamic content. So dynamic is what client is giving at their side. Then databases, the session tracking, even building entire e-commerce websites, like whatever the websites that you can develop a website using this PHP, which is a server-side scripting language. So it is integrated with a number of popular databases like this, but the database that is included in our RAM server is MariaDB. So that is just MySQL, which works similar to MySQL, and it is a large number of protocols also supports with this PHP, like your HTTP. We have hypertext transfer protocol for transferring one page from one page to the other, right, from client to server or from server to client. So in that way you can use such protocols like POP3, IMAP, lightweight directory access protocols like this. And it is support for Java and distributed object architectures. And it is just like mostly like a C language, this PHP works. And if you see, this PHP is a server side code. Like, what is server side actually? Server side scripting language means, so in HTML, whatever we are creating, the form, everything, we the clients are creating. Suppose if you take a Google Chrome, okay, that you have a search engine. In that, you whatever the question you type, the question will be typed by the client, that will be transported using this HTTP to the server. When the server receives the question, it searches the database for the matches, and it will give all the responses that are matching to the given question, and those again given back to the client. So server side, where whatever it is searching the database and getting the content back to the client, so that is done using the server side. Server side program is that side, will use this PHP. Okay, hope you got a clarity. Then the common uses of PHP are, it just performs the system functions. What are system functions? System, what it does normally, when you open any file, first thing is you open it, you read it, then you write it or you close it. So or you can do all such things first of all. Then you can handle forms, you can gather data what are the client is giving, you can save it, and you can email, you can send the data through email using PHP, you can return the data to the user. So all the required modifications also can be done using your database, okay, through PHP. And access the cookies, variables, and set cookies, like whatever, what is cookie is just a temporary, so who is accessing now, at what time he has access, and what is that he access. So entire information you can know, which is a temporary data that is stored using the cookie. And using PHP can restrict the users also to access some pages of your website, and it can encrypt the data. So PHP provides simplicity, it is simple, it is sorry it is simple, it is efficient, it is providing security, it is flexible and familiar. Right. So these are the few characteristics. Okay. So why we are saying it as simple means, the syntactically you can easily remember the code, and so you no need to give data types separately. Therefore, we can call PHP as a loosely coupled. Okay, so therefore you can give the variable names just by simply giving the dollar symbol. So it can easily convert into required database, into data type, and it can understand. So that is how it is very simple. So these are the characteristics: simple, efficient, security is provided, flexible in all the operating systems, you can work it like Unix, Linux and all, familiar, so you are easy to familiar, so easy to understand also. Okay, so this is a sample code. So let me introduce with the coding part. Coming to the coding, let me take help of my editor, which is a notepad. Just take a notepad, and every PHP program should start with a less than question mark PHP, which is a starting tag of a pure PHP code, then question mark followed by ending tag. So in between I'm writing echo. Echo is just a like a printf statement in your C programming. Echo double quotes the statement. So I'm giving hello everyone. Okay, so double quotes close. Every statement is ended with a semicolon. Every statement, not tags. Okay, so these are tags and this is a statement. So I'm closing the statement with a semicolon. Have you saved the program? Go to File, Save As, then go to your WAMP location. So that is in C drive actually. So go to the C drive. So you have WAMP. Okay, so you have www. So here you need to save your program. Let me give ex1.php. Okay, double quotes, and ensure save as type all files, then click save. Okay, your program is saved now. Now you have to execute the program. So execution also has a separate process. So once you start your WAMP server, you will have green icon. Go to the green icon and click on localhost. So this is the home page. So here what you'll do after this, you just type ex as a I mean whatever the file name you have saved, that name you have to give it here. Just hit enter. Sorry. So WAMP server. So I'm just restarting the services again. So once restarted, I'll go to my local host. So in my local host, One second, let me check with this again, where I saved the program, whether it is saved in PHP type or not. Go to your WAMP64 www. So this is the program ex1, right? So ex is not there, so that's why it is giving the error. Sorry. So here you just give ex1. So hello everyone, this is the output. Hope you all understood. Thank you all.